Hi Scorpio, welcome to your April horoscope. The month starts out with Venus still retrograde until the 16th, and Venus rules your relationships and your finances. So this is still an opportunity for the first couple of weeks of the month to be reflecting upon money, how you spend money, how you save money, what you do with your money, and do you enjoy your money? Venus is all about enjoyment and pleasure. And are you enjoying the money that you have? Are you spending it on things that you enjoy? Do you feel that? Your relationships, somebody from your past may come back into your life as an opportunity for you maybe to release that person, or an opportunity possibly to resuscitate a relationship. It's not the best time still for getting into a new relationship, but if you are in a relatively new relationship, wait until after the middle of the month before you go more deeply into it. So for the first 3 days of the month, it's retrograde here in your 6th house, and with the Sun there as well and Uranus, this may be an opportunity for you to really reevaluate how much am I enjoying my work? How much am I enjoying myself generally? And to reevaluate that. And here it comes then, after the 3rd of the month, joining Neptune in your 5th house. And oh goodness, this could certainly bring you a romance. It could bring you thoughts of your dreams, of what you had always wanted in a relationship. And maybe for you to really start to recalibrate that again, really start to think, what would bring romance into my life? How can I do that? Maybe you've been dreaming as well of having your own business, of making a success of something creative that you do. Again, all triggered by this wonderful Venus retrograde in that 5th house. And as if Venus retro wasn't enough, we've got Mercury also going retrograde on the 10th of the month until the 4th of May. So the usual things apply. If you're traveling anywhere, allow a little extra time. Back up that hard drive, and if you must sign important contracts, really check them over very, very carefully before you do. This Mercury retrograde for you in your relationship house, also joining Mars there for much of this month. So Venus is reiterating it in a way, but Mercury there in the relationship house, maybe it's time for a re-evaluation of relationships generally. So Mars is saying, go ahead, let's be proactive, let's move into new relationships. And Mercury retrograde is saying, well, hang on a minute, let's just evaluate things. Let's just look at how things have gone in the past before I go rushing in without really thinking it through. Because Mars is your ruler, and with Mars in that 7th house, you might say something. Those words might come out and you're like afterwards thinking, goodness, maybe I just came out with it too directly. I'm not saying you would normally do that, Scorpios, because usually you've got very definite motives for your actions, but just to keep in mind, really think through before you're going to speak to somebody who is important to you in your life. Also with Mercury retrograde there, it's a good time for really listening, watching, observing. And if anybody is the observer of the zodiac, it's you. So you might pick up some very interesting nuances in your relationships that could be very valuable to you. On the 11th, we've got a full moon happening here in your 12th house, joining the energy of Jupiter, shining a light for you on your internal life. If you've not been getting enough time to rest, to recharge your batteries, this might cause you to sleep a lot. You might find yourself napping and just falling asleep because you've just been overdoing it a little bit. It's also going to widen and broaden your perspective of anything that is unseen, and you may do some research and bring something to light that's really useful to you. Remember, and I know you know this, Scorps, knowledge is power. So there could be some interesting information you unearth. On the 20th of the month, we've got the Sun coming into your 7th house of relationships, shining a light on relationships. An opportunity here for a new relationship potentially. Again, slowly with Mercury retro, but still it could be a new business relationship or a new personal relationship. On the 22nd of the month, we've got Mars coming into this 8th house. And this is a wonderful time for getting anything done to do with your taxes, to do with anything governmental, regulatory, insurance, loans, debts, all those kinds of things. You should be able to accomplish a great deal in that area. And it's also a very good time for pursuing anything that is esoteric, metaphysical, like astrology, numerology, and tarot. And on the 26th of the month, finally, we've got a lovely new moon happening in your relationship house. New beginnings, Scorpios. New opportunities. So put yourself out there if you want a new relationship. Really make it your business, because this new moon is it's spring cleaning things. The first 2 weeks of the month, Venus is saying, hey, let's re-examine everything and go slowly. And then the new moon towards the end of the month is saying, off you go, you're free, you're ready to fly. Thank you for commenting. I read every comment. I love hearing from you. And for subscribing and sharing. Have a wonderful month.